So if you could have any dark matter in the game right now for free, who would you choose? And if you guys want to see more free stuff from 2K, then like the video right now because we got a lot to cover in this video, including the new free dark matter updates, which by the way, we are going to be able to get the guaranteed 99 or higher player pack very soon. And also on top of that, we are getting new players. We got new packs with the super packs that they always release, and we're going to be covering every single thing in this video. So when it comes to the dark matter parts, obviously the free one that 2K has been adding alongside the flash sets that you can see right here. I actually do have players, you know, part of this set finally. I was able to get 2 of them. You know, my boy DFS up in here on the Lakers, and then Chris Paul should have been a Laker. Now, when it comes to the free one that every single person can get, it's actually going to be through the agendas. As you know, at this point, 2K does have part 1. They have part 2, and then they do have part 3, and we are getting part 4 tomorrow. And so that means that next week, we're all getting a guaranteed free dark matter or higher premium player pack, as you can see right here, because it is 5 in total. So with 3 right now, and the next one being tomorrow, that's going to be 4. So you need 1 more. So make sure that you complete these right now. You want to get them done. I'm actually going to start doing these on my no money spend account first, and then I'm going to do them on the main accounts, because, you know, obviously there is a good amount of challenges now that I've been letting these kind of sit here, and now with the next set, it's going to be a little bit more. So right now is the best time to do it, okay? You basically have a week before the next one comes out, the final one, so now's a great time to get started. And let me show you guys, like I mentioned, the new players, and bam! So 2K is releasing, of course, more super packs, and so they include all these 100 overall players, invincibles, dark matters, but the new players do include 100 overall Drexler, Clyde the Glide. So that one is going to be a 100 overall player. You know they're going to have the equal chance, you know, box and stuff like that. We also are getting a Dark Matter Sengun, which he's had a great season. I still got the Warriors winning, so I don't really see them doing too much. Actually, I think there's a Warriors game tonight. Excited to see Steph Curry back at it again. We also do have a Galaxy Opal OJ Mayo, which I was kind of hoping him or Clyde could have played point guard, because I feel like at this point they kind of do always play point guard when it comes to the cycle in my team, but it's going to be shooting guard. I'm not saying every player should play point guard, but around this time again we kind of see them at PG. Now this Trevor is going to be interesting, because for a second I thought it was the other Trevor, but it's actually Trevor Booker. So we got to take a look at exactly what we're working with him. And then, of course, you know, complete the Flash Challenge group all season to collect the Shadow Prize pieces, combine them for a 99 overall. Notice the plus. It is going to be a 99 or higher, so a chance at a free 100 overall player. That's why I'm telling you guys right now, make sure that you catch up with those challenges. Let me know how many of you guys have done, you know, so far. You know, just these 3, because tomorrow's the next one. So let me know with that one. And then, of course, with the super packs, we should be seeing players get a little cheaper in the market. We'll take a look in the market in a second, but when it comes to these players, I will say Clyde the Glide Drexler right here, he is going to be a shooting guard like I showed you guys. And so he is going to be 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. I think he's just going to be like, you know, just there. You know, these 100 overall players in the Flash set haven't really been too common in the auction house. Now, I will say, though, they have been the cheapest 100 overall players. And so if you're a fan of Clyde, then you'll definitely be able to get him for a reasonable price, not like, you know, 5 million like these Invincibles. So there is that, but I don't think he's going to be anything too, like, insane, because the shooting guard position is very stacked in my team, has been all year, and it continues to get, you know, even more stacked with these shooting guards. Now, I do want to take a look at, of course, my boy Sengun, though, because he had a really good diamond early on in the year, as you can see right here, the full throttle. Literally, first day of 2K, he was available, you know, so when it comes to him, you know, he was one of those players that a lot of people were rocking at the beginning. So with him being 6'11" at the power forward position, I think he'll be decent. But again, these Flash players are pretty rare, so he'll definitely have a price tag, even though most likely, you know, he shouldn't be 500K. You know what I mean? He'll definitely be cheaper than that, just because some dark matters definitely do drop a lot in value because of the super packs being guaranteed dark matter toppers. So there is that. So he'll definitely be there as well. You know, in terms of like a power forward center, I think he's going to be fine. You know, I'm not too excited for him. But also, we do got to take a look at OJ Mayo. But also, before we do that, let's take a look at Trevor. Because this Trevor card, why do I feel like 2K is going to juice him? Small forward. So a 6'8" small forward. For some reason, like 2K always picks like a random player to completely juice. And I feel like he could potentially be one of those players. I think the Opals, for the most part in these sets, have been the best cards, honestly. So he has the Tyler Cook lower. He has the Nunn upper. So he could potentially be dangerous out there if they do juice the animations. Which, knowing 2K, they might with him. Just a player we don't really see often in 2K. And then when it comes to OJ Mayo, you guys know a 6'5", kind of feel like he should have been a point guard by now, but he's going to be a 2. So another shooting guard, that position just continues getting stacked. I think he'll be solid as well. I'm not too intrigued by these players. I'm mainly going to be going after the other 100 overalls and invincibles in those super packs. And then hopefully we can pull some really good dark matters too. So when it comes to him, it's going to be OJ Mayo. So those are like the 4 new players that 2K continues to add when it comes to the super packs, the flash sets, and so on. But the most important thing is, of course, the free dark matter that we're going to be able to get, which right now, again, just get that done. When it comes to the auction house too, we got to take a look at how much these dark matters are going for at the moment. I'm actually in the middle of selling some players. So when it comes to the dark matter markets, it's definitely going to get cheaper because of the toppers. So if you were looking to pick up a dark matter, you might be able to find one for a good price tomorrow, or you can wait until Friday, because I feel like Friday, that's really when 2K releases, the invincible 100 overall players that people really want. This set, I don't think is anything too special outside of the free dark matter piece that is going to be number 4 out of 5. So if you are looking to buy a dark matter, tomorrow definitely is going to be a good time to buy one if you are looking for one specifically. That's why I want to know which dark matter you guys are going after, because when it comes to the dark matter tier, they're starting to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Same with the 100 overall players. 100 overall players are definitely getting there. Galaxy Opals have been pretty, affordable for the most parts. I think the most expensive Galaxy Opal, I think at this point, is Wemby, right? I feel like almost everybody is either a buy now or about like 150 to maybe max like 200K. Yeah, Wemby still. This one does have extra legend badges, so he's going to be over 1 million MT. But for the most part, I mean, you guys remember when these Opals were like, 800K, 1 million, 2 million, it was crazy. So now they're definitely affordable. Somebody like Shane Battier, a really good pickup. Definitely still really good Galaxy Opals in the game. So they'll definitely get cheaper as well because of the Invincibles, the Super Packs, the Dark Matter Toppers, and of course the equal chance at the new players that 2K is releasing. So if you are looking for somebody, definitely a great time to buy tomorrow. I do want to see a certain player though, and he goes by the name of Wemby, the Pink Diamond one. I'm very curious to see if he's already... Okay, so he's still getting bids, interesting, but these do have legend badges, so that's probably why he's getting extra bids. But for the most part, I did see some people pick him up for like 120, 115, when those super packs are available, which will be tomorrow with the new update, obviously. So if you are looking for that Wemby, he is starting to get outclassed, though, I will say. I know he is a 7'4", center, so he's still going to have that size. But there's definitely more Opal centers coming out and stuff like that. So if you were still looking at Wemby, just keep in mind that tomorrow you might get him for a reasonable price if you are still going after him. If you're not, you can definitely pick up some other players, which, at that point, you can even pick up a Dark Matter center, if for the right price, of course, depending how much MT you have, which, by the way, let me know how much MT you do have right now. That way you can go shopping tomorrow. So that is going to be, a quick little update when it comes to that market, potentially crashing even more depending on the odds, of course, as well, which hopefully they start juicing these. And then, of course, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with everything else. In the meantime, check out the pack opening I did, as well as the gameplay. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.